The Alaskan Bush people we met years ago are barely detected today. Once living completely off-grid in the wild, the Brown family has faced heartbreak, growth, and dramatic changes. Some siblings have embraced modern life, while others remain true to their rugged roots. Through loss, love, and new beginnings, their journey has taken turns no one saw coming. As 2025 unfolds, their transformation proves that survival isn't just about the wilderness. It's about adapting to life itself. Keep calm to update about their current life. Between 2014 and 2025, the Brown family underwent significant changes, while maintaining the core values that made them beloved by fans of Alaskan Bush people. The show thrived for 14 seasons because the family's fundamental personalities remained intact, proving their authenticity. From their early days of roughing it in Alaska to their gradual evolution in Washington state, each family member experienced personal growth and challenges that reshaped their lives. Billy and Amy Brown always prioritized self-sufficiency, teaching their children, Noah, Gabe, Bear, Bam Bam, Bird, and Rain, the skills necessary to survive in the wild. They relied on one another, hunting, fishing, and gathering to sustain their unique lifestyle. While Matt was raised with the same values, he ultimately chose to leave the show in the 8th season, seeking a life away from the family's homestead. Despite this, the Brown children consistently emphasized that they could go months or even years without seeing another human being and remain unbothered. However, as the show's popularity grew, so did the family's exposure to new opportunities and challenges. They relocated to Washington after Billy purchased land for them in 2018, adapting to a different environment while staying true to their off-the-grid values. Tragedy struck in 2021 with the passing of Billy Brown, the family patriarch, leaving Amy and the children to navigate life without their guiding force. Despite their grief, they remained resilient, carrying forward Billy's legacy in their way of life. Now focus your attention on the members of the Brown family. Billy Brian Brown never expected that his life would take a path so unconventional that it would make him and his family famous. From humble beginnings, he became the patriarch of what the world came to know as the Wolf Pack, a close-knit clan devoted to survival in the Alaskan wilderness. His journey to that life, however, was far from ordinary. On June 16, 1979, Billy married Amy, and their union became a lifelong commitment that lasted 42 years until his passing. Initially, the couple settled in Fort Worth, Texas, where Billy worked as a plumber to support their growing family. However, the structure of a traditional 9-to-5 job did not sit well with him, and Amy shared his desire for a freer, more self-sufficient lifestyle. Their shared vision led them to embark on an adventure that would define their lives. In 1983, they made a life-altering decision. They sold Billy's truck and purchased passage on a boat bound for Alaska. For the next year and a half, Billy and Amy lived in a friend's trapper house, immersing themselves in the rugged, untamed wilderness. Eventually, they acquired a piece of land where they could build a home of their own, fully committing to a life of self-reliance, resourcefulness, and survival. Billy's philosophy and way of life caught the attention of a television producer who was intrigued by his self-published books, particularly his 2007 autobiography, One Wave at a Time. This led to the creation of Alaskan Bush People, a reality television series that brought Billy and his family into the public eye. Unlike many reality TV personalities, Billy did not change for the cameras. He remained true to himself, portraying his genuine commitment to family, hard work, and survival throughout the show. Billy was depicted as a loving father who prepared his children for harsh winters by teaching them hunting and survival skills. His ultimate goal for the series was not fame, but a lasting legacy, a video diary for his family to cherish for generations. Billy's resilience was shaped by personal tragedy. At 16, he lost his parents and sister in a devastating plane crash, caused by a thunderstorm. On top of that, he was manipulated into signing away his family fortune, leaving him destitute. These experiences cemented his determination to build a stable life for his own family, and to ensure they never experienced the hardships he had endured. A deeply religious man, Billy was devoted to Christianity and instilled his faith in his children, leading by example, and consistently encouraging them to persevere in the face of adversity. Even after his passing, his family continued to honor his memory, frequently reminiscing about his wisdom and unwavering dedication. However, Billy's life was not without controversy. In 1980, he was charged with horse theft, though this incident remained largely unnoticed. More prominently, shortly after Alaskan Bush People premiered on October 3, 2014, Billy faced legal troubles related to financial fraud. In a high-profile case, a Juneau grand jury indicted him on 60 counts of first-degree unsworn falsification for unlawfully collecting over $21,000 from the Alaska Permanent Fund Corporation. A year later, Billy and his son Joshua accepted a plea deal, paid restitution and fines, and served 30 days under house arrest in a Juneau hotel. Despite this blemish on his record, Billy took accountability and ensured that he would not repeat his mistakes. His legacy remains defined by his unwavering commitment to his family, his love for nature, and his ability to turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Today, his presence is still deeply felt by those who knew and loved him, as his family continues to carry forward the values and lessons he imparted. Amy Brown grew up in a modest and hardworking family. She never imagined she would one day become part of a famous TV family, or that her life would be so deeply intertwined with the challenges and triumphs of reality television. However, fate had other plans for her when she met and fell in love with Billy Brown. Their love story became the foundation for an extraordinary journey, one that saw them build a large, close-knit family and live a unique off-the-grid lifestyle that would eventually be shared with millions of viewers worldwide. Amy embraced her role as a devoted wife and mother wholeheartedly. Raising 7 children was no easy task, but she dedicated herself to providing them with a loving home and instilling strong values. She was the heart of the family, always offering a listening ear, wisdom, and encouragement to her children. Through the years, Amy remained a steady and nurturing force, helping her family navigate the challenges of their unconventional lifestyle in the Alaskan wilderness. In 2014, their lives took a dramatic turn when they became the focus of the reality television series Alaskan Bush People. The show followed Billy, Amy, and their children as they built a life in the wild, overcoming hardships and embracing the freedom of self-sufficiency. Amy's unwavering support and strength were evident as she stood by her husband and children, ensuring that their home was always filled with warmth and love, despite the difficulties they faced in the harsh conditions. However, in 2017, Amy faced one of the most difficult battles of her life. She was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer, a shocking and devastating revelation for the entire family. Doctors gave her a low chance of survival, and the news sent waves of fear and uncertainty through her loved ones. But Amy, true to her resilient nature, chose to fight with everything she had. Undergoing aggressive treatments, including chemotherapy and radiation, she endured immense physical and emotional pain. Her family stood by her side every step of the way, offering their unwavering support and love. Against all odds, Amy defied the bleak prognosis. Her strength, faith, and determination, combined with the relentless efforts of her medical team, led to an incredible outcome: remission. The journey was grueling, but she emerged from it with a renewed appreciation for life and a deep gratitude for the people who had supported her through the darkest days. Just as the family began to find stability again, another heartbreaking event struck in 2021 when Billy Brown passed away unexpectedly. His death was an immense loss, not only for Amy, but for the entire family. Losing the man who had been her partner, best friend, and the father of her children was an incredibly painful ordeal. Yet, in the face of grief, Amy remained strong, knowing that her family needed her now more than ever. Today, Amy continues to live at North Star Ranch, the home they built together. She remains a guiding light for her children, frequently appearing on Alaskan Bush People to offer wisdom, support, and a comforting presence. Though her journey has been marked by great loss and hardship, Amy's strength and perseverance serve as an inspiration to those who follow her story. She has demonstrated time and again that no matter how difficult life may become, love, family, and determination can see one through even the darkest of times. Rain Brown has grown into a strong and resilient young woman. Born as Merry Christmas, Catherine Raindrop Brown, she was affectionately nicknamed Rain by her family. From an early age, she displayed a vibrant and adventurous spirit, embracing the off-grid lifestyle alongside her older siblings, while also developing her own unique Personality. Throughout her time on Alaskan Bush People, Rain has been known for her optimism, creativity, and unwavering love for her family. However, despite her cheerful exterior, she has faced significant personal struggles, particularly in the wake of her father Billy Brown's passing. As the baby of the family, Rain was extremely close to her father. Billy had always been a guiding figure in her life, encouraging her to be independent and embrace the challenges of living off the land. When he passed away in 2021, Rain was devastated. Losing her father at such a young age was incredibly difficult, and she found herself struggling with overwhelming grief and depression. For a time, she withdrew emotionally, finding it hard to move forward without the presence of the man who had been her role model and protector. Depression took a toll on Rain's well-being, affecting her daily life and even her motivation to participate in the family's homestead projects. She spoke openly about her struggles, expressing the pain of navigating life without her father, while also trying to stay strong for her mother, Amy, and her siblings. Unlike some of her older brothers and sisters who had already started families of their own, Rain was still in a formative stage of life when Billy passed, making the loss even more challenging to process. However, through the love and support of her family, Rain gradually began to heal. She leaned on her mother, Amy, and her sister, Bird, who became a source of comfort and encouragement during her darkest moments. She also found strength in her faith, nature, and the very lifestyle that her father had taught her to love. As time passed, she rediscovered her passion for adventure, animals, and creativity, slowly finding ways to channel her grief into personal growth. One of the most significant aspects of Rain's journey has been her self-discovery. While she remains deeply connected to her family's off-grid lifestyle, she has also begun exploring different facets of her identity. She has taken an interest in fashion, self-care, and personal expression, showing fans a more mature and reflective side of herself. Through social media, she has shared her thoughts on mental health, resilience, and the importance of seeking support when struggling with grief. In addition to working through her emotional challenges, Rain continues to play a vital role in her family's life on the homestead. She assists with animal care, hunting, and gathering, and she takes pride in maintaining the land that her father helped build. She has also taken on a more active role in decision-making, proving that she is no longer just the baby of the family, but a capable young woman ready to forge her own path. While she is still young and has many possibilities ahead of her, Rain remains committed to her family and the lessons they have taught her. Whether she chooses to stay on the homestead long-term or eventually branch out into new adventures, one thing is clear. Rain has emerged from her struggles as a stronger and more determined person. Her journey serves as a reminder that grief and hardship do not define a person, but rather how they choose to rise from it does. As she continues to grow and evolve, Rain remains an inspiration to fans of Alaskan Bush People, proving that even in the face of loss and adversity, there is always hope for a brighter future. Bird Brown is one of the most free-spirited and independent members of the Brown family. As the eldest daughter of Billy and Amy Brown, she has always embraced the high, off-grid lifestyle with a deep passion for nature, self-sufficiency, and above all, animals. From a young age, Bird developed a special connection with the wilderness, often choosing to spend time outdoors exploring, tracking wildlife, or caring for animals rather than engaging in modern conveniences. Her love for animals has been a defining aspect of her personality. Whether it's caring for the family's livestock, befriending stray cats, or observing wildlife, Bird finds joy and purpose in nurturing the creatures around her. She has a natural ability to understand and bond with animals, which has led to her unofficial role as the caretaker of the family's pets and livestock. Unlike some of her siblings who have pursued relationships and started families of their own, Bird has remained focused on her love for nature and her independent way of life. One of the qualities that sets Bird apart is her unwavering loyalty to her family, especially her mother, Amy. Since the passing of her father, Billy Brown, in 2021, Bird has been a pillar of strength for her mother and younger sister, Rain. She has remained close to her siblings, helping to maintain the family's homestead in Washington while continuing to live by the values her parents instilled in her. She plays a crucial role in the daily upkeep of the ranch, assisting with hunting, gathering, and maintaining the land that the family has worked so hard to build. Despite her deep-rooted commitment to family, Bird is also fiercely independent. She has never been one to conform to societal expectations, preferring instead to carve her own path. Unlike some of her siblings who have moved toward more conventional lifestyles or relationships, Bird Brown has shown little interest in settling down in the traditional sense. Instead, she thrives in solitude, finding peace and fulfillment in the simple yet demanding life of living off the land. Her independence is not a rejection of family life, but rather an embrace of the freedom that comes with self-reliance. Bird's resilience has been tested in recent years, particularly as she faced health challenges that required medical intervention. In 2022, she underwent surgery to remove tumors from her ovaries, a difficult experience that forced her to confront the possibility of not being able to have children in the future. The emotional and physical toll of this ordeal weighed heavily on Bird, but in true Brown family fashion, she faced it with courage and determination. Through it all, she remained surrounded by her loved ones, who offered their unwavering support. Despite the hardships, Bird continues to embrace life on her own terms. She remains an integral part of Alaskan Bush People, where fans admire her strength, independence, and deep love for nature. Whether she's tracking wildlife, tending to the ranch, or standing by her mother's side, Bird exemplifies the resilience and self-sufficiency that define the Brown family. Her future remains open-ended, as she has yet to express any strong desire to leave the homestead or pursue a different path. For now, she finds joy in the simple things, caring for animals, living off the land, and staying close to the people who matter most to her. While some of her siblings have sought adventure outside of their family's traditional lifestyle, Bird remains firmly rooted in the life she was raised in, embodying the spirit of the Alaskan wilderness wherever she goes. Noah Brown has always stood out among his siblings for his technical skills, inventive mind, and problem-solving abilities. From a young age, he displayed a natural talent for mechanics, engineering, and innovation, often finding creative solutions to challenges faced by his family while living off the grid. While his brothers gravitated more toward physical labor and survival skills, Noah developed a passion for building, designing, and improving tools, making him a valuable asset to the Brown family's way of life. Noah's analytical approach to survival set him apart on Alaskan Bush People. Whether it was constructing a water filtration system, modifying a generator, or creating unique tools to make life in the wilderness easier, he consistently demonstrated his ability to blend modern ingenuity with the rustic, off-grid lifestyle that defined his family. His inventive nature earned him the reputation of being the most technically inclined of the Brown siblings, and his contributions to the family homestead have played a crucial role in their self-sufficiency. In addition to his mechanical skills, Noah's personal life has also been a significant part of his journey. He met Rain Alicia, and the two quickly formed a strong connection. Their relationship progressed, and they tied the knot in August 2018 in an intimate ceremony surrounded by family and close friends. Their marriage marked a new chapter in Noah's life, as he transitioned from being a single man focused on survival to becoming a devoted husband and eventually a father. Noah and Rain welcomed their first son, Elijah Connor Brown, in early 2019, followed by their second child, Adam Bishop Brown, in 2021. Becoming a father profoundly impacted Noah, reinforcing his desire to create a safe and stable home for his family. While he grew up embracing the challenges of off-grid living, he has taken a slightly different approach to parenthood, ensuring that his children have access to both the rugged, adventurous lifestyle of the Brown family and some modern comforts. Though Noah remains a key part of the family's homestead in Washington, he has expressed a strong desire to return to Alaska one day. For Noah, Alaska represents not just his childhood home, but also a place where he feels most connected to nature and self-sufficiency. He has spoken about the possibility of relocating his family back to the Alaskan wilderness, where he hopes to build a home and raise his children with the same sense of adventure and resilience that defined his upbringing. For now, however, he continues to contribute to the family's efforts on the ranch. He is deeply involved in various building and maintenance projects, using his technical expertise to improve the infrastructure and ensure that the homestead remains functional. Whether it's repairing equipment, designing new tools, or enhancing the family's living conditions, Noah plays a crucial role in keeping the Brown family's off-grid lifestyle sustainable. Despite his love for the family's ranch, Noah's dream of returning to Alaska remains strong. The question of whether he will ultimately make the move is still uncertain, but one thing is clear. Wherever he goes, Noah will continue to apply his intelligence, ingenuity, and dedication to creating a better life for his family. His ability to balance tradition with innovation makes him one of the most fascinating members of the Brown family, and his journey is one that fans of Alaskan Bush People continue to follow with great interest. Gabe Brown is known for his quiet strength, dedication to family, and hardworking nature. While he grew up in the remote Alaskan wilderness alongside his siblings, Gabe has always stood out for his deep sense of loyalty and his strong work ethic. Unlike some of his more outspoken brothers, he is more reserved, often preferring to let his actions speak for him rather than seeking attention. Gabe's journey into adulthood has been marked by personal growth and major life changes, particularly his marriage to Raquel Rose Pantia. The couple first met through Gabe's sister Rain, and their relationship blossomed quickly. They announced their engagement in early 2019 and tied the knot in a private wedding ceremony on January 14, 2019. Later that year, they had a second ceremony, in June, allowing their family and close friends to celebrate their union. Marriage brought new responsibilities for Gabe, but he embraced them wholeheartedly as he transitioned from bachelor life to being a husband. He remained deeply committed to the values instilled in him by his upbringing: hard work, perseverance, and self-sufficiency. He and Raquel welcomed 2 children together, and while they have chosen to keep their children out of the public eye, for privacy reasons, Gabe has occasionally shared glimpses of his joy in fatherhood. Becoming a father has had a profound impact on Gabe. Much like his own father, Billy, he takes pride in providing for his family and ensuring that his children grow up with an appreciation for nature and the skills to thrive in an off-grid environment. His role as a parent has reinforced his belief in the importance of family bonds, and he works hard to balance his responsibilities at home with his contributions to the Brown family's homestead. Since the family's relocation from Alaska to Washington State, Gabe has become a central figure in maintaining and expanding the family's self-sufficient ranch. He is heavily involved in the building projects on the property, often taking on labor-intensive tasks to ensure that their land remains functional and sustainable. Whether it's constructing shelters, repairing structures, or assisting with food and water resources, Gabe plays a vital role in keeping the homestead running smoothly. His physical strength and determination make him an invaluable asset to the family's survival efforts. Despite the many changes in his life, Gabe remains deeply connected to his roots. He has fully embraced the off-grid lifestyle, staying true to the values his parents instilled in him. Though life in the wilderness presents numerous challenges, Gabe's resilience and dedication to his family's way of life continue to drive him forward. At the same time, Gabe has developed a unique sense of style and personality that sets him apart from his siblings. Known for his signature dark eyeliner and rugged look, he has cultivated an identity that reflects both his strength and his artistic side. While some fans were surprised by his choice to wear eyeliner, Gabe has explained that it helps him express himself and feel more confident. Through all of life's ups and downs, Gabe has proven to be a steadfast and reliable member of the Brown family. His dedication to his wife, children, and the family's way of life demonstrates his unwavering commitment to those he loves. Whether he's working tirelessly on the homestead, spending time with his family, or sharing moments of self-expression, Gabe continues to embody the spirit of resilience and hard work that defines the Brown family. Bear Brown is one of the most energetic and free-spirited members of the Brown family. From a young age, he embraced the rugged and untamed lifestyle that Alaskan Bush People is known for, earning him the nickname Extreme Bear. His fearless approach to life, love of the outdoors, and boundless enthusiasm have made him a fan favorite on the show. Whether climbing trees, tracking wildlife, or taking on daring physical challenges, Bear embodies the adventurous spirit of the Brown family. Beyond his love for the wild, Bear is also known for his passionate and sometimes unpredictable personality, which has played a significant role in both his personal and professional life. While he has always been devoted to his family and their way of life, he has also had his share of personal challenges, particularly in his relationship with Raven. Adam's Bear and Raven's relationship has been a roller coaster of emotions, marked by both love and challenges. The two first met when Raven was working as a photographer at a family event, and their connection quickly blossomed. Their relationship moved fast, and in 2019 they announced their engagement. However, just 2 weeks later, they called it off, citing personal struggles and the pressures of being in the public eye. Not long after their breakup, Raven revealed that she was pregnant with Bear's child. Despite their split, Bear expressed his excitement about becoming a father and vowed to be involved in his son's life. However, their journey was anything but smooth. The couple faced legal disputes, including Raven filing a restraining order against Bear, which was later dropped. Through all the ups and downs, Bear and Raven eventually found their way back to each other, choosing to put their differences aside for the sake of their son, River. In 2021, Bear and Raven reconciled, and in January 2022, they officially tied the knot in an intimate wedding ceremony. Their marriage symbolized a fresh start, and both have worked hard to build a stable home for River while navigating the challenges of their unconventional lifestyle. While they have continued to face occasional struggles, including brief separations, they have always managed to come back together, reaffirming their commitment to being a family. Fatherhood has been a transformative experience for Bear. His Hawaiian love for adventure now extends to teaching his son about nature and survival, just as his own father, Billy Brown, did for him. He frequently shares moments of their outdoor explorations, emphasizing his desire to pass on the Brown family's traditions, while also ensuring River has the opportunity to experience a more balanced life. Throughout everything, Bear remains deeply connected to his family and the Alaskan Bush People way of life. He continues to be a central figure on the show, bringing his signature energy and excitement to every episode. Whether he's navigating the challenges of parenthood, working on the family's homestead in Washington, or taking on daring outdoor feats, Bear is always true to himself, wild, adventurous, and deeply devoted to his loved ones. While the future of his relationship with Raven may still have its share of obstacles, one thing remains certain. Bear is committed to being a loving father and a loyal member of his family. His journey is a testament to resilience, personal growth, and the power of family bonds, even in the face of adversity. Bam Bam Brown, whose full name is Joshua Bam Bam Brown, is the second-born son of Billy and Amy Brown. Among the Brown siblings, he has always been known for his intelligence, strong work ethic, and desire for independence. While he grew up in the remote Alaskan wilderness alongside his family, Bam Bam developed a more analytical and practical mindset, often taking charge of logistics and problem-solving on Alaskan Bush People. Unlike some of his siblings who fully embraced the adventurous off-grid lifestyle, Bam Bam has always had a more pragmatic approach to survival and self-sufficiency. Despite being a key figure on Alaskan Bush People, Bam Bam has maintained a relatively private life compared to his more outspoken siblings. While his brothers and sisters often share updates and interact with fans on social media, Bam Bam prefers to keep a low profile, offering only occasional glimpses into his life outside of the show. For a brief period, Bam Bam stepped away from Alaskan Bush People, choosing to pursue a more independent lifestyle away from the cameras. His departure was largely influenced by his personal life, specifically his relationship with Allison Kagan, a former producer for the show. The two reportedly connected while working together, and their bond grew stronger over time. Eventually, Bam Bam made the bold decision to leave the family's remote lifestyle and move into a more conventional setting, traveling and spending more time with Allison. During his time away, Bam Bam and Allison embarked on an ambitious project, renovating a 100-ft ferry boat with the goal of turning it into a home. Their efforts showcased Bam Bam's hardworking nature and dedication to creating a life that balanced both adventure and modern conveniences. While this move initially distanced him from the Brown family's way of life, he never fully disconnected from his roots. Despite his break from the show, Bam Bam eventually returned to Alaskan Bush People, though he continues to maintain a level of independence. Unlike his siblings, who have chosen to settle on the family's land in Washington, Bam keeps a certain level of separation, making visits and participating in family projects while still forging his own path.